Good morning, everyone. Boys, girls, others. Whatever work you undertake, do it seriously, thoroughly, and well. Never leave it half done or undone. Never feel yourself satisfied unless and until you have given it your very best. That's like 3 quotes in one. So let's break it down here. I made a video I'll link to below about discipline. This falls into the arena of discipline. I also made a video last year about doing everything that you do to 100% of your capacity within a given day, although your capacities change, and why that is important. And never feel yourself satisfied unless and until you have given it your very best falls into another quote, which I will use, which is the best you can do is the best you can do. Just make sure it's the best you can do. Or the best you can do is all you can do. Just make sure it's the best you can do. We all come from different backgrounds, different circumstances. We're barely into 2021 now. And we're still closing chapters from 2020. We're still inundated with the world around us and situations outside of our control from 2021. And we all have our personal positions and situations and issues in life that we are trying to navigate. This life thing is not easy, simple, or straightforward. And it's unique for every one of us. What's important to understand about this quote is that you never want to break promises to yourself. You want to keep commitments to yourself. Be a person of your word, especially when it comes to yourself. If you say you're going to do something, do that thing. I believe I also made a video, I'll try to link below if I can find it. It says only go for a week just doing what you say you're going to do, and if you don't know for sure if you're not going to do it, don't speak it, and only speak that which you will do. When we don't follow through on the things that we say we're going to other people and to ourselves, it leaves us with a lingering feeling of being less than, that we are continual failures. Any action we repeat, we have a tendency to repeat, and repeated lack of follow-through makes us identify ourselves as someone who doesn't follow through, which isn't a very self-esteem building, confidence building place to be coming from. It also diminishes your character in the eyes of others if you have a habit of saying I will, and a difficulty of saying no when the boundary is necessary because you can't. So you say you will and then you just don't follow through. That you can't be relied upon. That you're untrustworthy, undependable, unreliable. All of these characteristics are things that we want to feel about ourselves. They build up our self-esteem and our self-confidence. So if you want to set out an adventure of any kind, From doing your dishes to starting your own business to writing a book, if you speak it, do that thing. If you only write a sentence a day, and it takes you 60 years to complete that book, do that thing which you said you would do. Or don't say you will do it. When it comes to your job, even if it's a mundane job or a mundane task around the house, put your best foot forward, put your full self in, whatever you're capable of giving that day. Because that makes you feel like you're someone who does that. You're someone who puts effort in. You're someone who fought a good fight. You're someone reliable, dependable, trustworthy. You do what you say you're going to do. You keep promises to yourself. And this early in, when people are still waffling and waning about whether they should or shouldn't make resolutions, or they did make resolutions, is a good one to consider, is to make your resolution more reasonable so that you can follow through, so that you can begin to feel what it's like to finish. You'll always feel like you're letting yourself down, or you're letting other people down, when you do less than your best. And again, to be taken from this quote, there is no such thing as perfect. Your best is all that you can do. You don't have to do perfect. There is no perfect. You don't have to be Superman, Superwoman, super they, however you identify. You don't have to be a superhero. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect one day to the next. Your ability to do is going to vary greatly on your own individual situation, your own individual characteristics, your own individual burdens, and external circumstances. But try to balance your time and your priorities so that you can spend your time and energy wisely on the things that truly matter, and those things that you say yes to, those things that you do, from sweeping your floors to going to your job to starting some creative or entrepreneurial venture, to investing in your relationship, investing in your children, improving your communication, working on your mental health status, whatever it is that you choose to do, all day, in a day. Try to do your best, because your heart knows when you're selling yourself short. You think you're cheating other people when you're skating by at work. And if you're skating by continually at work, just doing enough not to get fired, it may very well be an indication that you've burnt out and you might want to consider switching your job. When you have a really hard time investing, truly investing your best into something, it could signify a problem with that thing that you need to get down to the root of the problem. Why? It may not be a lack of motivation on your part, or a lack of discipline, or a lack of ability to say no when necessary. You may not want to put in the work because you've outgrown it. The relationship, the friendship, the job, and so you're not invested. It's still not fair to not put in your best effort, but when you're not, you might want to consider why you're not, and see if a change may be in order, or there may be a problem that needs to be addressed in the dynamics of things to encourage you. But by and large, when you set out to do something, try. We all have off days. As someone as messed up as me, I can tell you we all have off days, physically and mentally. as messed up as me, I can tell you I have plenty of off days. But do attempt to do your best at whatever you do. And even if it remains undone, because that last line kind of undercuts the first couple. If your best work is 2 dishes instead of the whole sink load, because the day calls for other more important things. If your best work is leaving work early because you're ill, or your child is ill, that's your best for the day. Don't guilt yourself over imperfection or unfinished work. It'll make you insane. We don't have enough time in life to do everything we could possibly do. But do try to do what you can do, and what you do the best you can do it on any given day. It doesn't just benefit those around you. It benefits you. You will never feel the pride of your work, the pride of your effort, the pride of your investment in your relationship, in your family, in your friends, in whatever it is you endeavor to do. No matter how it turns out, until you know you have done the very best you can do. You put your whole self in. Even if it doesn't turn out favorably, you know you did all you could do. And you can be proud of yourself. It's good character building to fulfill your obligations. And remember, if your obligations are too much, you can consider simplifying your life to a more manageable one, where you can finish the things that you want and say you will. That was pretty long and drawn out, but it'll make you happier if you can live up to this quota. It'll make your relationships better, your workday better, your circumstances better, your self-esteem better, your respect for yourself better, your productivity clearly better, your ability to set boundaries, because some things you're going to have to say no to, better. It'll make you feel better, and it'll help your reputation. To always try to do the best you can, whatever that means on any given day, in whatever it is that you do. If you're going to do it half-assed, don't bother. Wait until a day that you can go all in and do it then. Good morning, goodbye, love you guys. Don't even know what I'm going to title this one. Love you guys. Hope things are going well.